Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are covering Poisonstorm, another mag weapon. This one is a rare, unique, that you buy from Core Kinetics in Neon City for roughly about 40,000 credits. This is just so much fun. I recently picked this one up and I have been having an awful lot of fun with this one. It's a beast, it really is. It's a heavy weapon. It has the poison trait with it, which randomly deals poison damage and slows the target. It comes pre-installed with depleted uranium rounds and high velocity, and will melt its way through just about anything it comes across. It only has 2 mod slots and they are already used. Obviously you're not locked into that. If you can get anything to equip on a mag storm, then it will equip to this, so you're free to change whatever you want, but I honestly have to say I wouldn't bother. It is perfect as it is. It just does so much damage. Yeah, I can't really say much more than that. It is just terrifying the amount of damage it can reel off. I've used this a few times in some of my walkthroughs, my playthroughs of the Crimson Fleet, so if you've watched any of those videos you've seen me using this already, so go and watch those and you'll see it in serious action. But this is just a light-hearted little showcase to show you what it can do. Let's cover the basics. Obviously my talents will be up on screen at some point if they haven't been already. Compare that to yours so that you know what you're seeing is how far apart we are. The aim down the sights, when you consider it's a heavy weapon, it's better than the mag shear weapons when it comes to aiming down the sights. I find that the top of the weapon on the mag shears get in the way when you're aiming down the sights. This one seems to be a lot lower, so a bonus. But much like the mag shear weapons, you get your big square target. Anything in that square is getting hit. It's as simple as that. You don't need to aim down the weapon. You can do all this from hip firing and you're going to cause a monstrous amount of damage. So let's enter here. I don't know what level these are. They're probably relatively low level. I'm not overly fussed. It's just a showcase of how this weapon behaves, so it doesn't really matter what levels we're dealing with. So let's melt some targets. Range doesn't seem to be an issue for this thing. Neoclar makes no difference. He just ran through a sealed door. That's cheating. It won't help him. In fact, he died. That's what happens when you run through sealed doors, I suppose. It catches up to you eventually. You can see 160 rounds in the magazine, and you'll burn through it fast, but you're assured that if you're hitting things, if you're keeping them in your target, they're gonna die. It really is as simple and straightforward as that. There's not a lot that is going to stand up to this weapon. You don't really need to spam it, you can just tap away and you will take less things down. And obviously these are so low level though. course you're going to be one-shotting them. That's not really the point. But even at higher levels, this will melt through armour and strip them apart. Most likely before they even know what's really going on. Well, that was a 22 with a bit of armour and he went down just like that. Ordinarily you'd be backing away looking for a way around him or to mitigate that armour somehow with some other weapon. This one, just hold your finger down and watch it die. That way. There we go. There we go. Our target dead. He took a little bit longer, but still. The only real downside to this, and a lot of other weapons like this, I'll give you a quick demonstration in a sec. If you hold your finger, it does jerk sometimes. You can have a real hard time keeping it on target if you just if you're completely using the automatic fire. That's the only real gripe. This is definitely one of those weapons where burst firing is your friend. But as long as you can accomplish that, and that's not hard. Not with this weapon. I mean, you could hold your finger on it, but you may miss occasionally because of the way the weapon jerks around. But if you burst fire, then what you see is what you hit, and what you hit is gonna die. If you don't outright kill it with pure damage, then the poison will generally help you out. The uranium will help you out. More than enough things to ensure that you're going to kill your target. Reload wise, it's actually not that bad. I was expecting this one, because it's a heavy weapon, to be quite problematic when it comes to reload, simply because it's a heavy weapon and generally they do take longer. But, and it's another cartridge, it only took a few seconds. I will say that you can get stumbled with this. So when you're trying to reload while under fire, there is a high probability that you will get knocked around. So you're not going to be able to reload in certain circumstances. It's not to say all the time, but there are certain instances where you're going to have a horrible time trying to reload because you're going to get stumbled and knocked around. It all depends on the mobs you're facing. If they're low level like this, then they're not really going to cause you any problems. The higher up you go, the more the stumble chance will happen. But that's taking absolutely nothing away from this weapon. It's a really brilliant weapon. Even if you only went for the mag storm rather than rooting out the Poisonstorm, it's still worth it. Although personally I would go and buy the Poisonstorm. I mean, it's available there in the shop, you can't miss it. I would give it a really good go. I mean, this is straight out of the shop, straight bought, and just go. Buy lots and lots of the base ammunition and just crack on. This could well be your main go-to weapon for quite some time. And it's just a lot of fun to use. It's simple, it's straightforward, it doesn't really get in the way. Can't really badly miss. And to be honest, all the green mist when you're firing, it looks really cool. It's just a lot of fun to use. And they could have really messed this one up, made it cumbersome or a pain to use, or given it a really nasty kickback or something like that. But they didn't. It's just a heavy version of the mag shear. I would say that even though it's just a blue, this is probably comparable to the Revenant, and that's a legendary high-rated weapon. In my opinion, the Poisonstorm is very close behind it. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Obviously we didn't give it a fair go because it's in a low-level area, so take it to a high-level area, take it in some main quest lines or faction quest lines and give it a fair go and give it its opportunity to show off, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's a brilliant weapon. So we will leave that there. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, thumbs up and leave us a comment if you feel like it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and I will see you all in the next one.